Just to start out briefly, we've the future belongs to those who prepare, and we've been preparing for the last 9 weeks as a football team and as a program. We just finished the first phase of our calendar year, which is the winter conditioning part of it, and getting together as a team and working as a team and competing as a team. The one thing that's important for us in our program is that we're always going to play for our seniors. And at the same time, our seniors have to give the leadership that's needed for this program and to leave a legacy. You know, there's been 18 league championships here at San Diego State in football, and I think that's awfully important. And there's been 18 senior classes that have held up to the legacy and the tradition of San Diego State football, and we're waiting for that next class, that 19th class, to be able to do the same things. Our winter conditioning is both mentally and physically, the preparation that it takes. As we work through spring football, we have high expectations, and really our expectations as a team are to compete every day, to improve every day, and to be accountable to each other every day in what we're doing. And we got to grow together as a team in a lot of areas, and I think we'll do that just from the work that these guys have done to this point in time.
You kind of focused on developing toughness when you came and ever since then. What have you found out about this team in regards to that over the past couple of months?
Well, I think there's been a majority of the guys who have really done a tremendous job. I think they've done a tremendous job when you look at what we do in the weight room and how we lift and how the mental part of them competing in the weight room. I think when you look at the runs and the things that we did at 6 a.m. in the morning, I think the majority of this football team did a great job of pushing each other and being accountable and competing with each other.
What have you learned about this group? Obviously it's a feeling out period for everybody here.
Sure.
And what have you learned?
Well, I think a couple things. Number one, I'm really impressed with the guys who are in the leadership roles. The senior class, I think how guys have accepted responsibility. I think how guys have interacted with each other and their coaches. I think, when we took the last 2 weeks of our strength program and every coach was in there and broke it down to 2 groups so that we could be around these guys and help them, but watch them work and how they interact with each other. So I think that's been positive. I think there has been a mindset, in my opinion, of a mentality of toughness. Are we as tough as we need to be? That's what you'll find out during spring football also. But I think when we've had some adversity, I think the leadership group within the football team has done a good job.
Is there one thing that you really want to get out of this next month?
Well, yeah, I think there is. Number one, there's a couple things, Mick, and besides the goals to compete every day and to compete within yourself and within your position and within your side of the football. Because I think the more you compete on a daily basis, I think it really prepares you for the fall. I think, the improvement by position. And, a guy like Jerry Milling, what can he do better as a linebacker on a daily basis? Whether it's see things faster or it's, maybe blitzing better, whatever it might be. And those are all things still to be determined. But I think as a whole, I want to see us grow as a team. And I think when you have that respect of the guys on your team and you respect the guys on your team, I think that is something that's very important in how you earn respect on a daily basis on how you compete and how you play.
The schedule came out not too long ago.
Mhm.
Obviously, UCLA had a big game, a lot of big games within conference. Is that something you've started to address with the team, or is that something you don't even look at?
Well, we always look one game at a time, and that's cliches and all that, but that's what it is. And so there's no question that September 5th in the Rose Bowl in Pasadena is something that we'll look forward to and that we'll point towards as we go through spring football and summer conditioning and fall camp.
Any major changes to your roster?
Not really. Brandon Cohn's going to play wide receiver. He made that decision. In fact, him and I talked this morning, but it was something that really just happened and something that we talked about before spring break, and then give them a time to make some decisions, sleep on it, and do those things.
Any additions, guys that come in?
No, I don't think so. Not at this point.
Position changes for anybody else?
I'm going to screw up his last name. We moved Jake. Say it. Tawanu to defensive end, and I think that's going to be a great change for us as a team. I really do. I think he brings something, and Brandon be the other guy.
Did you move one of your tight ends to a fullback?
Well, in our scheme, yeah, we'll be a two-back offense, and depending on who's in there, they'll play some of that position. Out of 12 personnel, two tights.